Hello everyone, I'm here again with another peak speedrun, commentating over it. The speedrun was actually pretty good. There was a few mistakes, but for the most part, couldn't ask for better. Well, I could always ask for better mechanics, but it was a much better run than the last one. Also, quality is much better. I figured out my OBS settings, so you won't get a super pixelated kiln this time. But we're playing on the same seed as before, level 13. And we're taking somewhat the same path as the last video. I actually failed 3 times trying to make this run. So, oh. Okay. I forgot I did that. I don't think I've ever gone up there. I don't actually know if going up there is faster or not. I'm actually skipping the luggage because there's a lot more luggages that I get later on. And for the most part, you don't really need anything for sure. I was thinking about grabbing those, but I don't really need to eat anything so far. So slight variation on the route here once we get on top of this pillar. Instead of going to the left side, I actually opt to go for the bridge and take a more right-centric path. I don't actually know if this is a faster way, but I don't have to use any items to go this way. So with this map being infested with all kinds of stuff, it isn't really my favorite map to be playing on, but it does add a little bit of challenge. So the runs that I did prior, they ended, 2 of them ended in Caldera, which is a little embarrassing to admit, but realistically I was just going too fast. And there were times I died at almost the same spot too, but there were times where I would not to let myself get enough stamina or any stamina so I can like make a jump. So there were actually all 3 runs pretty much died to that fact. So this run is just I did 2 runs, I took a break because I failed them, and then I did another run and I failed it, and I was like, okay, I need to kind of slow down. This shore, because I basically did it, this is my 4th time doing it today, it's getting pretty fast. I don't know, I haven't like fully routed this shore, but for the most part this is pretty, it's the most consistent way. I'm not really trying to get it as fast as possible. I'm more so just trying to complete the run faster than before. And if you've seen the run before, realistically, if I just don't fall, I get a faster time. But I'm sure y'all saw from the title that this is a much faster time than before. I don't know the comparison on how fast I did shore compared to the the other run, but this one is much faster. And this is actually probably the fastest out of all of the runs I did today. So, pretty good. Get an anti-rope cannon, not really needed. I'm sure there's a use for it, for making the run a little bit faster, but I'm trying to get the run as consistent as possible without using items. I did, at the end, I do use a little bit of, I say a little bit, but I do use some of the, I think I use a lollipop, but it actually amounted to nothing because I fell. So unfortunately, I do fall one time, and it definitely costed me the sub 35. Like, there's actually two things that cost me the sub 35, but we'll get to that when I get to it. So here I'm trying to go very fast just because I know the rain cycle is about to start. And so I also eat for some extra stamina. So I realize, oh, it started. So I'm thinking I could make it. And I don't make it. I blame that on my positioning. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated here because this is my 4th attempt. But so I just wait out the rain because there's no way I'm doing it. I don't bonk my head on the luggage this time. So I do get a little, I do lose time a little bit going through this section. Like, minus the fact that there's probably a faster way. But when I get up here, I always forget that I don't go up more. I, like, go over to the side. Oh, and it starts raining. So another thing that I definitely believe that could help me out when, like, that could save me a lot of time is definitely getting these rain cycles down. So here we're just waiting. I was thinking about throwing the energy drink just because, but I might need it later. So as you can see, I looked up because I thought I was going up, and I was like, oh wait, right, we go this way. Trying to figure out why I'm not, like, standing on something that seems like I can stand there, that I have stood on before. I believe your character moves slightly, just like a little bit. Even when it's in idle. So I can't stand where I want to stand sometimes. I think it starts raining before I get here. No, I actually make it. Okay. I think it rains really, like, while I'm at the end of this climb. So it starts raining here, and I'm like, I think I can make it, most likely. And I do end up making it, so it's actually pretty good. So I don't have to stop. So again, my main mistake that I keep making all the time is just not letting myself regain stamina before getting up onto another wall. At the very least, just a little bit of stamina just so I can get a lunge out, because a lot of these I just need a lunge. I don't necessarily... Oh, it didn't let me do the lunge. But I don't necessarily need that much stamina. I only need a lunge, so I need to start like slowing down and letting myself regain that stamina. What happened there on that last rock while I wasn't able to lunge is because I try to do a little tech where you let go of the rock and then re-grab and then lunge. It gives you just a little bit more distance up. And sometimes it can fling you. I haven't figured out like the exacts, but there have been some times where I feel like I go a lot higher when I do that. I also just recently learned from a short that when you jump up a wall trying to climb vertically, you actually go not as far as you would go if you just started climbing and without starting with a jump. So I'm probably gonna start doing that, even though it goes against my intuitive knowledge. So my main thing going through tropics is just like trying to figure out when possibly it's going to rain. And just hoping that it doesn't start like while I'm already climbing. So it started here, but I know like there's not a lot left, so I can make it during the rain. Even on these, I know that all I need is just a quick lunge up there and I'm good. I don't know if I've done tropics faster. I might look at the other runs just to see like the time that I got out of tropics, but I was pretty satisfied with this during the run. It's probably a faster way to get up there, but it's really in my head that I just want to finish the run, like try to be a little fast, but as long as I don't fall on Alpine and Kiln while I actually know the route for the most part. Kiln is a little confusing sometimes, but for the most part I knew the route. There wasn't as much like figuring out where to go this time. I did know which way I wanted to go. It might be faster to get the ancient statue first and then grab the campfire, just so that I can just already be walking out once the loading screen is done. So just small time saves that I'm thinking about here. It's one thing that I kind of don't like about Alpine is when you're going in, you can't really see if there's a snowstorm going on until you're in there. But I much rather Alpine than Tropics. The snowstorm doesn't slow you down, it just adds a little bit of extra danger, but you quite literally cannot keep going while it's raining in Tropics. As you can see there, I got a little bit of like a lot of height with that leap, or at least a lot more distance with that leap. So like sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what exactly causes that. Also, you can see that I did a double take on the flare there. That actually bites me in the butt. Only reason I didn't take the flare is because I know there's a lot more luggages later. So I'm not worried about getting a flare now. But another reason why I didn't take it is because I didn't really want to move my inventory around. Because I like what I'm holding here. In this run, you can also see that I learned to pack a little lighter. Having the double back there, I'll take a note of that to know exactly where I need to be at all times. The route isn't like completely solved or ironed out. It's like small adjustments that I make like on the fly just in case. So this is different from the last run. Usually we go through I went through the last time I went through the middle, and this time I'm going on the left side. It brings me to this location, which is the area which I got stuck at for a little while last run. But this just brings me straight to it without too much worry. The way I found this route was I was using fly mode, and I was like, okay, is there any other way I can get here without having to go through there? And I just kind of like backtracked and looked at all of the different ways that possibly could have worked. And this way was actually pretty smooth. I actually forgot that I need to go up here first. I didn't forget that on the last run that I did today, but I did this time. Just some small errors. But, you know, we're 17 minutes in and it's a lot faster. I'm grabbing these energy drinks and realistically, I don't use them. Now, if I want this run to possibly be sub 30, I'm definitely going to have to find some routes on this map with those items. Like maybe using a chain gun or the rope. Definitely using like a lollipop and the energy drink. I skipped that luggage there because it's faster and I don't really need items like that. Like usually I'm like, okay, I might need food, I might need healing, but realistically, I know the route, and I know that I'm not that far off from the campfire. I can at least eat the marshmallow. Messed up a little bit there, but it's fine. So this is a slight new routing, just a new direction. We get on top of this. It makes it easier to get on top of the where these geysers are without having to use that pipe in there. I get flung up actually here, but not too bad. I'd rather that than to have gone the other way, and then this run probably would have been dead. I haven't found another way to go on this map that doesn't use this. I was looking. I was trying to find a way to go on the left side rather than doing this right side. But there was no plausible way without items to go over there. Maybe with items it's faster, but without using any like major items, this way is the most consistent. And instead of going all the way around, I just go straight to it. I don't know the exact amount of time it saves going straight to the campfire rather than going around, but it's a lot. I think last time I was getting to Caldera was like 35 minutes, almost 40 minutes in. Especially with the fall that I had. So going into Caldera, I'm like, my brain is like, okay, just chill out. Don't lose the run to being dumb. Because I'd already lost 2 runs here of all places. Back to back. Like one after the other. Same spot. I might post those runs, but I might make a funny short out of it or something. Okay, so I do actually go left this time. I went right most times because this pillar was always like in flames. Probably would have been faster to keep going, staying at the bottom. But we still get to this chain. The only detrimental thing would be, you know, falling all the way down and then missing it. That actually happened in one of my runs. Not missing that chain, but like missing a vine while I'm like falling all the way down. Here I'm thinking, okay, what do I do? This is actually where I died before. Not in that, not trying to jump to that, but that's the area in which I died twice. Because this seed for Caldera is so easy for the most part, I don't really have a set way that's like the fastest path. It's just keep moving forward. If I continue to like try to optimize this map, that'll definitely change. But for now, I'm just like, let's just get a run, a better run than before. Jumping off of that so I can slide on the chain and get some distance. It's much faster. I think I do yeah, I try to grab the chain, but because I have momentum, it made me go backwards. Realistically, I probably didn't have to grab the chain. Here I almost like just kept jumping, but I see that there was nothing to jump to. Here we go again, like me not giving myself enough stamina to do anything. Even here. But getting through Caldera in about 25 minutes. This is pretty good. In my head, I'm like, I can probably get through Kiln in about 10 minutes, maybe, if I'm fast. see 2 energy drinks there, but in my mind I'm like, I'm not really using these. So I don't even think I grab them. Pandora's lunchbox definitely can help in a pinch. So I move some stuff around just so I can have it on my person. I already have 3 lollipops, so a 4th one, I'm probably not even gonna use more than 2. Spoiler alert, I only used 1 and it actually didn't help. Actually no, I used 2. One of them I used and it didn't help, and the other one I used and it was really, I was already at the end. So I'm feeling pretty safe. I have a Pandora's box and a fairy lantern. So if anything goes awry, I'm feeling like, okay, we're good. I shouldn't die if I fall. I'll have another chance. So the main thing, like, I want to be fast, but just don't die. And this run is like golden for me. I actually done a kiln specific run for this map. So I just used the fly mod to get here, and then I just ran it just so I could find an actual route to go without having to, like the last run I had to use something. Oh, I actually missed this jump here. I think I used the, okay, so I used this. I think I just used it just because I had it. I also need to figure out the most optimal way to get up something. Why do I fall here? I know I fell here. Ah, I see. I actually keep falling. I don't even, I fell way further than I thought I was gonna fall. And that was like really bad. I was a little frustrated, but I was like, okay, I have Pandora's box, so let's just do this. That where I fell, I did a lunge where I did not need to do a lunge, because even if I got on top of that, I wasn't gonna be able to stand on that anyway. So it was just a blunder by me. I think I used the lollipop there just because I knew that I wasn't gonna have enough stamina to do that, because I've been standing on that rock too long. I think I get it this time because I have a little bit of extra stamina. I can make this jump without extra stamina, but since that Pandora's box gave me a little bit, I was like, well, I'm just gonna use it. And I didn't even have to use that much. I think I actually double back here because I forget about the luggage. I see it there and I'm like, oh wait, duh. I might need something out of that. The main thing in the kiln really is food. Because you might route a certain jump, but if you don't have enough stamina for it, it's not the best. You can see me looking around a little bit. I know where to go, but sometimes it gets lost in the specifics. Like even the ending, I pretty much forget where I'm going. In here, like I know where I should go, but I was just like making sure, like, do I actually go this way or do I go that way? Because this beginning part, for the most part, like I'm looking at this, I'm like, do I even go up here? I'm like, well, hopefully I actually make this, because if I don't, that's just GG's. So I don't even know if I can stand on this. I'm like, oh, thank God. So from here, I'm like, where the heck do I go? I'm like, ah, right, that way. Just trying to remember the specifics of the route. And then from here, I'm like, ah, okay, I know exactly where I'm going now. Because this is pretty much the only way to get up without items. Because before, I was like, dude, where the heck do I go from here? So I didn't see this before, but while I was routing, I was like, oh, I can go up here. Perfect. So I don't actually need to like get lucky with items. And then there's 3 luggages up here. So there's 1 here, and then there's 2 more. It's really nice. I grabbed the energy drink. Maybe I'll use it, but for the most part, I haven't been using them. I'm trying to remember where exactly I go. Oh no, I'm trying to get the luggages, right? I keep the food instead of the energy drink because I know I'm more likely to use food than the energy drink, just in case. And from here, we're pretty much good to go. I think I forget which way I'm supposed to go once I get up here. Well, I know where I'm going, but then I turn back around because, like, oh right, the luggage. So if I could cut out a lot of this uncertainty, that I grab this lollipop because it's like, oh, okay, so I just get the lollipop that I use back. So that's great. That jump is kind of scary. But as I was saying, if I can just get rid of a lot of the uncertainty in the run, can definitely shave off probably minutes. Me being patient, actually letting my stamina go. Looking around, trying to like familiarize myself with which way I'm going. And this is pretty much the final stretch. You can see the top of the volcano here. So I'm just kind of trying to find a way to go, because the ending of this isn't necessarily mapped out. Like I haven't routed the ending of this. like I think after these next few jumps, I just kind of wing it. This jump is, or this climb is actually very funny to me because I like kind of go through the wall, but like not really because you're on another wall. I don't think, yeah, I just was going the wrong way. I forgot. So here, I think I just used the lollipop because it's like, I'm at the end, I'm just gonna get up here. Probably could have got more use out of this if I didn't, like maybe if I routed it properly and went away, that would give me a lot more distance. But from here, we're good to go. I do know that I'm on the wrong side of the volcano, so I'll just have to go around. And I was like, I'm looking over there. I'm like, I could try to go over there, but I'm like, I'm already here, so I'm just gonna go up. Like this run is already good to go, so we're fine. But I realize I get here and I'm like, wait, I don't have a flare, so I need to go all the way up on top. So I lose a lot of time having to go all the way up here, because around like 10 seconds from now, or I think it's like 15 or so seconds from now, the run would have ended like 36:30. But we lose like so much time. So next time I'll remember to bring a flare up here. That flare that I saw in Alpine was definitely in my head. I was like, why didn't I grab that flare? What is wrong with me? But this is pretty much the end of the run. Definitely have some places where I could clean it up. You know, I fell in Kiln, so this definitely could be sub 35, maybe even sub 30 if I cleaned up a lot of the uncertainty I had. Possibly a sub 30 run, but we ended off at 37:05. I'm pretty proud of this, especially like considering the last run was like only barely under an hour. This is like almost half that. So yeah, but thank you all for watching. I don't know if I'm going to continue running this map. I'll probably run it one more time to try and get a 35, like a sub 35, but after that I don't know if I'm going to continue, especially considering the new update with the desert map is coming out in a few days. So I'm pretty excited to play that and then speedrun it after I like digest it. So yeah, but for the most part, pretty happy about this run, and I'm hoping to get a better run. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.